3, 2. Hello and welcome to the Enthusiastic Life Podcast. I am Brendan Walsh. With me, as always, is producer extraordinaire Ryan Dewan. Say hello, Ryan.
How's it going, everybody?
Producer and golfer extraordinaire. I left that out of your bio.
That's
I apologize.
Right. That's right. I haven't been playing a lot of golf lately, but I've been doing a lot of producing. So,
well, you know, you have babies to blame.
That's right.
So. Today, we are going to be joined by my good friend, Lee Padgett, owner of Busted Bra Shop in Detroit and Chicago and Ann Arbor and multiple locations. Lee is a pretty special person and great friend of mine, and I think you're really going to enjoy this one.
I loved Lee, and I think she has a fascinating story going from being in the military to, running and starting a bra company. So if that sounds interesting to anyone, it's a great story to tune in for. But also anyone that is a mom or a dad, she just has a phenomenal background story about, being a young mom coming out of the military and kind of the experience that she went through with that. So I liked this one a lot. Yeah,
she has been an entrepreneur in the city of Detroit for a very, very long time and has a great story to share. So we're so glad that you're here, and please enjoy Lee Padgett. Lee Padgett, welcome to my podcast.
Why, thank you. I appreciate being here.
I am so glad that you are here. So if you don't mind introducing yourself to our audience.
My name is Lee Padgett, and I am the CEO and founder of Busted Bra Shop.
So tell me a little bit about Busted Bra Shop for those who might not be in the know and an avid client. Well, I am not a client, but I am an avid advocate.
Everyone's well.
Of Busted Bra Shop. So tell me a little bit about it.
Sure. So we are a small chain of specialty bra boutiques that specializes in fit and fashion. So we go from a size AA to a P cup, and in a couple of my stores, I do go a little bit beyond, and from a 28 band to a 56 band. I source bras, lingerie, and underwear from all over the world. And we are in Detroit, Chicago, Ann Arbor. We're over in a military base called Fort Belvoir outside of Washington, D.C., and I do pop up at military bases across the country.
Tell me, how did you get into that business? Because everyone knows the big names that are in the lingerie business, right? So what was it that you saw where there was a need? And what is it that sets, I know the answer to this, but what sets Busted Bra Shop apart from the average bra shopping experience? Because I did not know, having never shopped for a bra myself, that apparently shopping for bras sucks.
It can. It really can. It can be terrible when you go into a department store or into one of the big names and you walk in and you just have to figure it out on your own. It's a lot more difficult than buying jeans or shoes. So because we're all so shaped so differently between our rib cages and our shoulder lengths and how high-waisted you are, etc. It can be difficult. And then you have to think about, the boobs. That's a whole different ballpark. So we got started because I was in the city of Detroit. I had a coffee shop called Cafe Detroit or Cafe des Trois, whatever way you wanted to say it.
If you want.
Right here, if you want to be fancy. It was right in downtown Detroit, and 2003 to 6. So before there was a lot of stuff happening again, but we were very popular. Great spot to go to. And I had a lady come in. She was a judge. And she said, "I'm sorry, do you have a bread tie?" "Why would I need Sure, but what do you need a bread tie for, ma'am? I could get you a latte." And she's like,
dumb.
my last good bra just broke. Now, that wasn't something I was used to because I didn't live in an area that you couldn't go find a bra shop. Down in the South where I was from, there were bra shops everywhere. I'd always gone in and gotten fitted. It was just a normal thing. So this kind of took me by surprise. And she said, "There's no place to buy a bra in the city of Detroit." "What do you mean?" "I have to drive 45 minutes each way to get to the closest bra store, and they probably don't have my size." And so I started doing some investigating. And I took the next 3 or 4 years just to investigate the industry because I was fascinated by the lack of attention. And I found out that the big stores, the stores everybody knows, they carry about 66 sizes. There's over 200 sizes. So Busted carries over 200 sizes. That sets us apart. There is life beyond a double D. And what is a double D? And is it the double D the same for every size? It's not. It's a whole new adventure, right? In figuring this whole thing out. So that sparked me handing a judge a bread tie so that she could go on to work and not worry about her situation in her clothing, right? So that's it in a nutshell. How do you service women, and how do you make sure that we can support them in all different kinds of ways, right? We also have places that people can work now that are mainly, it's a safe place for women to work. I didn't realize that was going to be another thing that came out of this.
Tell me more about that.
So I will get people who will come to work for me that really want to be in an all-woman environment, because in a different environment, they may have found prejudice, abuse, just being belittled in different types of ways where they did not feel safe. And you'll hear that from a lot of my employees that stay for a long time is, I'm safe here. This is flexible for me. Also, the flexibility. My family works here. We have mother and daughter teams who work for us, and they work for us for years. So when you go into a bra shop, it literally is family.
That's so cool.
Why, thank you.
Yeah. So then remind me, so where are your stores again now?
Detroit, Chicago, Ann Arbor, and at Fort Belvoir in Virginia for at least a year there. So I just did I don't know if you saw this or not, but I just drove back from Fort Walton Beach. I was down at Eglin Air Force Base for 10 days.
Where's that?
Near Sandestin.
Okay. Florida.
Most beautiful beaches in the Redneck Riviera you have ever seen. It is just gorgeous. And I grew up in that area. That's where most of my family is. So it made it very easy for me to go down there. One of my cousins is now the mayor of Century, Florida. So he received a lot of my product and brought it over.
That's good.
That was great. That way I didn't have to travel with it. And I have been in Kentucky. I have done Fort Campbell in Kentucky. Was there for about 3 months. I have requests from bases over in Charleston, Texas, Fayetteville, and North Carolina. Lots of different places. I just have to figure out how to do all that.
And tell me about your tie to the military.
Oh, I'm a veteran.
And where did you serve? I know.
I'm a veteran. Ask me more questions. So I served in the Navy, and I loved it. During the first Gulf War, I was a theater major in college, and was kind of trying to figure out my way as a 20-year-old person. And I was about to turn 21, and my dad was like, get out of here, please. You're absolutely horrible to try to tangle with and wrangle. And I said, okay, great. Then I'll just go join the military. And he became proud of me. So I went down to the recruiter's office. And at first I was like, well, that's the best looking man I've ever seen. I'm going to go into the Marine Corps office. So I went in and I talked to Sergeant Bass. Yes, I still remember his name from 1990.
Awesome.
Yes. And he said, how many pull-ups can you do? I was like, well, I don't know. Why don't we go find out? And I just hung there. He said, Lee, you have to actually pull yourself up. I said, maybe this isn't where I should be. He's like, nope. So I went to go see the Air Force, and they were on vacation. And then I went to go see the Army, and the Army guy said, how do you feel about barbed wire and mud? And I was like, well, this obviously isn't going to work for me. And as I'm walking out, the Navy guys popped out and said, do you want to go have a beer? I'm like, yep. So I joined the Navy, and my dad was proud of me, and I did very well there, actually.
So tell me, do you mind sharing a little bit about your service and what you did there?
I don't mind at all. I was what was called a CTM, a crypto tech maintenance. So I can't tell you much. It was awesome. I learned about computers. I learned about, and this was 1990. I learned about the internet. I learned about modems. Those words weren't normal words back then.
Mm-hmm.
So to be able to come back and go, I have learned so many crazy, wonderful things. And I loved it. I loved it.
That's fair.
And I was in an accident and have a pretty severe injury to my neck and back, unfortunately. But I got out. The VA takes great care of me. And I walk, which they didn't think I would do. I walk, I run. I've had kids, or one kid, actually. And And then I served for the DAV, Disabled American Veterans. I served there for 3 years as what was called an adjutant. So you remember radar from MASH?
Yeah.
I was basically the radar.
So what is an adjutant? I mean, because
Like the radar, you run everything.
great name.
It's a great name.
It's a great name.
Yeah, yeah.
So an adjutant for the Navy.
For the Disabled American Veterans chapter in Wilmington, North Carolina.
So then you go around and stir up the pot.
Yeah, I arrange all of the programs. I coordinated anything over email that they needed because these were a bunch of people who didn't really understand computers at that time and technology. And so, yeah, I had a little baby, and these Vietnam vets said, can you come and work with us at the DAV? We were at a veterans event. And I said, well, I have a baby. And they're like, we'll take care of that baby.
Oh, what a wonderful way to serve.
Really? They're like, yeah, we're granddaddies. We'll take care of your baby while you do all the computer work. You do that and coordinate the stuff here with all our events. We'll take care of, and my son's name is Lively. And so I did. I handed my baby over to the gentleman who sat in the same office as I was in, and they would play with him and change his diapers. I mean, he was little.
Yeah.
And get bottles from me and all the things while I did all of their basically high-level secretarial work. And they became his second granddaddy.
Are you still in touch with any of them?
The ones that are still with us, I am.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Absolutely. And so if he
Will they be here?
had come up here before.
Oh, that's so cool.
They won't be here for his graduation because they're not healthy enough at this point.
Oh, man.
It's
Now-
fabulous life with these guys.
So how did you end up in Detroit?
My husband is an engineer and worked for the automotive industry. Bang.
There you go. So that was, what year did you come to Detroit?
The first time, 2003.
Okay. And that was with Cafe Detroit?
No, 2001. Yeah, 2001. And then I opened up Cafe Detroit while we were here. Yeah. And then we left and we went to Germany with Ford. Can we say that? With an automotive company. An automotive company that isn't sponsoring this podcast.
We don't have any sponsors at this point, so I think you're okay. I think you're safe.
So we went to Germany with them.
Yeah.
And I got knocked up while we were traveling around, which was not expected and we were told was not actually going to ever happen. And so, yeah, I had a kid there. And then we moved back 2 years later, but we moved to the beach. So we were in Wilmington, North Carolina, where his family lived. And that's where I really learned more about the bra industry because I had been at Cafe Detroit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so when we moved to Wilmington, I got a job at a bra store. Third generation bra fitter trained me. So her grandmother and mother had run bra stores.
Wow.
She ran a bra store. So I learned from her the art of the industry and then woke up in the middle of the night one night and said, hey, babe, we're moving back to Detroit and we're opening up a bra store called Busted. And he was like, all right, crazy. Talk to you later. Talk to you in the morning. But just go see the people, in your HR department and see what they say.
Yeah.
So he went in there and they said, funny enough, we have a job for you in Detroit. If you would like to go, we can send you in a couple months. And that's what happened.
Wow.
Wild.
That's really cool. So you have a really interesting background in that it's not just been the military and it's not just been retail industry or the bra industry.
Yeah.
There is, you mentioned you've been a disc jockey and you've been a model and an actor or actress.
Yeah. All pretty much because of the same thing. I mean, once you want to be an artist and an actress, you do whatever you can. Right?
Now, was this college?
I mean, kind of.
So when did this all start? And tell me a little bit about it.
All right. It's a little disjointed.
That's okay. We've got time.
Do we? I thought we were on time crunch. Okay. So I was an actress and I grew up as an actress and a dancer and a singer.
When did you start?
When I was like 3.
Oh, goodness. Okay.
My dad was did the same kind of thing. Dad was a professional baseball player, a chemist, and an actor singer. So all over the place. Nobody can pinpoint him as like your right brain, left brain. He was all whatever.
Right.
So I must take after him. And so they had me in acting and singing and having a good time, but it was never for your job. It was not it was just for fun. And when I was like, I really want to do this as my career, he was not super happy about that. Where my mom was like, well, she's just going to be a wife anyway. Oh, yeah.
Thanks, Mom.
Well, you know,
The times.
the time.
Sure.
I was born in the 60s. Yup.
Knowing Lee Padgett as I do, I can only imagine how well that might have gone over.
Oh, yeah. It was interesting. So anyway, I always had a side gig doing something like that.
Yeah.
And getting commercials or working in the film industry was fun. Wilmington, North Carolina had they called it Wilmywood. They had a studio.
Dawson's Creek.
Bingo.
Yeah.
Too. I was on Matlock. I was on Dawson's Creek. I did Empire Records.
Okay, let's stop and talk about Empire Records because I mean that is right in my wheelhouse for my generation. So how was that?
It was fun. It was interesting. It was I mean you couldn't tell it was going to be fantastic.
Right.
And you know, around that same time they were doing The Crow in Wilmington, and there was all kinds of really great things going. There was also some really terrible ones.
Yeah, The Crow is great.
The Crow was great. And Radioland Murders was done there. Not great. Not a great show at all. Wellville was done there. Welcome to Wellville.
Mm-hmm.
So didn't take off. But Empire Records was awesome. I was just basically a featured actress on it. I didn't have any speaking lines or anything, but the director was kind of infatuated with a certain part of my anatomy. So most of the time when I'm on the screen, it's my tush. Very rarely do you see my face.
Right.
Always my backside. He'd be like, Lee, can you just walk? Yeah.
It's very, very specific
Yep.
direction.
I can just walk. Not a problem.
And walk away from the camera.
Yeah.
Towards it, right. That's really funny.
Yeah.
That's really funny.
It was awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. And you have a history in front of a microphone as well.
I do. I do like doing, I was a disc jockey at a Baptist college at their jazz station. I did.
Do you remember the call signal?
No, not at all. I mean, I'm 55 and at the time I was 17. So no, I don't remember that.
I just wonder if you say it enough times, it's just ingrained, in your memory.
Oh, that school asked me to leave pretty quickly. So. Well,
that's fair.
I mean, it was a real Southern Baptist school.
Yeah.
So that was great. Didn't get myself in too much trouble. Normal stuff, not any big deal.
Yeah.
But I did DJ at other places as well.
Okay. That's fair.
Yeah.
So tell me, so where with where Busted is today,
yes.
What's your vision for it? Where do you see it going?
I would like to see it as a franchise so that other women business owners have an opportunity to start a business that has a name. A lot of times, when you go into an owner-operator place, they are struggling with the first 3 years just to get some traction with their name, with their marketing. We already have that. So that's my vision, is to become a franchise so that we can help other people really work off of what has been the successes and not have to do that learning curve and fail within 3 to 4 years and start over again.
Yeah.
Because you see places like me open and stop often.
Yeah. That's great.
Why?
Do you have any specific areas that you'd want to grow or?
We have customers from all over the country, and we have people who fly in when they can to Chicago or Detroit. You'll hear it from Oregon, from New York City. Like the people from New York City are typically the reporters that cover sports, and we get those ladies who come in and go, I don't have a place in my area. I'm like, really? You're in New York City? I know at least one bra store in New York City.
All of Manhattan.
For smaller sizes, sure. For that core, 30 sizes, you can find bras in different places. But for the rest of the 170 sizes, no. And even the place I know in Manhattan, I don't think he doesn't cover the same size range I do.
So if someone's not in near any of your stores,
yeah.
How do they find Busted Bra Shop? And how so if they wanted to shop, but they needed to get properly sized or fitted, right. And they couldn't come into a store, how would they do that?
Great questions, all of those. We have a website, bustedbrashop.com. I keep this really, really simple. Bustedbrashop.com. Instagram is Busted Bra Shop. Facebook is Busted Bra Shop. TikTok is Busted Bra Shop, they can contact us on any of those platforms. And I'm going to find them a fitter who does virtual fitting. I have a couple of ladies who are phenomenal at just kind of talking people through how to measure themselves. And then through those measurements, we can give you recommendations on bras and we can ship them to you pretty easily. During the pandemic, that happened so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one thing that I learned about shopping at Busted Bra Shop is it's a fantastic place for gifts for husbands to get their spouses or wives to get their spouses. How do they, when could they do that? And what are the opportunities for them to get gift cards?
Gift cards, you can always get a gift card on our website. That's easy. But if they watch or join our newsletter, then about 3 times a year, we do gift cards, $100 gift cards for $80. And I know several people who like to get
present company included,
who like to get those and hand them out because gift cards always fit and it just gives direction. A lot of times women will not shop for themselves, even though they need the product. The products give us, they give us more than just support. Especially if you have a heavier breast and you really need to change that center of gravity and take the pressure off of your shoulders, or take the skin off skin. As we get older, things kind of go a little bit more south. And if you want to take the skin off skin, you'd really have to have something that fits. Women, a lot of times, will shop for other people in their family before themselves. So if you give someone a gift card that is very specific, then they don't feel guilty for shopping for themselves.
And so what does that do for a person when they are fit properly?
It will take the pain away from the wire if they decide to wear a wire. Gives them options. It shows them that, 80% of the people are wearing the wrong bras.
80%.
80% of the
80% of the people
easily
yeah,
are wearing the wrong bra. And I can tell you a way of testing that. Just for example, you were wearing a bra, and if you went in front of a mirror and you raised your arms up over your head and the wire comes forward and there's a space under there, then the bra is too big in the band. If the wire is not going behind the breast tissue and pointing up into the middle of the armpit, then the cup is too small. So there are ways to tell, but nobody really trains us on those things. And so we do go and talk to groups of young people about that. Because it'll make your clothes fit better and just make your life a lot easier, a lot less painful.
Yeah.
You don't think, what if you were wearing shoes that were just too narrow?
Right.
That would be painful, right?
You might just be suffering through it.
And over the day, you would just have to, you like kick them off at the end of the day.
Yeah.
That's a lot like what happens with bra wearers. They're in the wrong thing, and so they hate their bras. But really, if we just got them in something that fit better, then they would be a lot more comfortable, a lot happier.
Yeah. Wonderful.
And we also have non-wire. You don't have to go with a wire. And we have non-wire for most of our sizes. So I have a young lady who works for us. She's a 36 double K. We can even fit her into something that is beautiful and supportive.
Yeah.
We have lingerie that does that too. So if somebody wants to have on a cute little bodysuit that they can wear to a festival with a skirt or whatever, we have those things.
Awesome.
Everyone deserves to be able to wear something beautiful and comfortable. Our panties, we have matching sets up to 10X. And then the lingerie goes up to a 4X.
Wonderful. So bustedbrashop.com.
Yeah, that's the one.
And then find it on Instagram and Facebook and TikTok.
Yeah.
Lee, thank you so much for coming. This is so much fun.
I appreciate it. It's been a blast.
Thank you so much to my friend Lee Padgett for joining me on the podcast. It was just so much fun having her on and telling stories. She's just she is one of a kind, and I'm so lucky to have her as a friend. If you want to check out Busted Bra Shop, you can check them out at bustedbrashop.com. I've learned my lesson that I don't have to add the World Wide Web part of the address anymore. Bustedbrashop.com. If you want to go in person, there's a location in Detroit on Jefferson, one in Ann Arbor, 2 in Chicago. You can find them online. And hope you enjoyed that conversation with a unique personality and my good friend Lee Padgett. So thank you so much for joining us, and look forward to being with you next time.